I don't know. I'm gonna smooth this out, come over and smooth yours out, and then I don't know what.
You want me to get mud up there?
Yeah. You know, the little knife that I have works great. I'll be using it in a couple minutes.
Problem is trying to hold that bucket.
Well, that's the thing. You can use, if you want to.
Okay, what we're doing is we're starting the stucco for the outside of the house. We got to do a little prep work beforehand. As you can see, that's no good. So we have to wash the house and clean this off. We also have a little bit of mildew here and there. So we're going to use a solution of Jomax and bleach. This is just bleach. And unless the mildew is green, you may have to scrub it, but in this case it's just black, and the black will usually just disappear almost instantly when you spray this stuff on it. So we're going to do that, and we've already done quite a bit of prep work on this wall over time, so it's really a matter of cleaning it off and we're ready to go. So that's what we're going to do now.
It works especially well here because it's flat.
All the spots that you see on the wall where I had to refoam it and stuff, that's from the chickens pecking away at it. Sometimes they pecked it right down almost to the concrete. That's another reason we want to get this done before winter. The chickens, I mean, we put wire along the bottom just to keep the chickens from pecking, but they must hear the foam expanding and contracting, and they think there's a bug in there or something. I don't know, but they'd eat the whole house if you let them. Mrs. W is taping the windows off, and I'm putting cardboard up there. You got to remember, this stuff is going to be a 1/2 inch thick, and so it's going to take up most of that channel that the soffit's in. So,
And this isn't normally something I do. I don't tape as a painter.
the problem is this is like a concrete, and it's not the same as painting. It's a Stucco makes it. It's an insulating stucco, believe it or not. It has insulating factors, and it has fireproof factors. I guess it's like a couple of hours of fireproof, which is a lot. I mean, sheetrock is a matter of minutes, and this stuff is it kind of feels and looks like plaster with grit in it. Kind of interesting. We've never used this before, and we've never stuccoed a whole house before. Foundations we've done, but not a whole house. So this whole thing is going to be a little bit different. Hopefully it comes out good. Now here we're taping things off, and after doing this we determined that it was better not to tape things off. You'll see later in the video. that Cheryl, Mrs. W, just takes a brush wet and cleans it off after she's done, and it worked better. The tape just left an uneven edge because it didn't peel away quite right. Can you put more water in that jug? This is not even close to being enough.
Okay, so how much did you put in? How much do you want? A gallon at a time?
Just put some in. There's a bug in it. "15 minutes later." I determined that cordless drill wasn't good enough to do that. And now for the learning curve. Also, as you'll see, I ended up mixing in a wheelbarrow. I tried one of the trays, and I tried the 5-gallon bucket. They really want you to mix a bag at a time, a whole bag. But until you get the hang of it, you can't get a bag on before you realize it's starting to dry on you.
I wouldn't go too far. We're gonna have to, you know, unless you want to do a little piece on the bottom, we got to do bottom too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't done the bottom yet. Tray is kind of like, really? Oh, I can tell you're gonna be sloppy at this.
There's definitely a learning curve with doing this, and we get better as we go. But the biggest thing is getting it on the wall without it falling off the trowel. We also started out with screen right there that is self-sticking. It's made for plaster. And it was a pain in the neck. Jesse ordered some stuff that's 4 foot instead of 3 foot, and it doesn't have the stickum on it. It worked much better. So we finished with that, but we started with this stuff.
And then my knife. I want to rip it though. Well, I mean, I suppose if you rip it, probably okay. Good.
Well, there's the scratch coat. Gives us an idea what it's going to look like. We still got another coat goes over top of that for a finish coat. Added a little charcoal colorant to this because we want the finished product to be more grayer than what it is. And this is a scratch coat, so it doesn't really matter, but it's an experiment to see how much we need to add to get the color we're looking for. So I'm going to mix this up and we'll apply this, and then we'll see if we like it or not, and we can add or subtract colorant. So probably cut that corner in half.
Cut it in a quarter.
Color that we put on the bottom is too dark, so I lightened it up, but we're really not going to know until it dries what the actual color is. That drill that you saw, the right angle Milwaukee, I bought that drill when I was like 21 years old maybe. I'm 66 now. So I've had that drill for like 45 years. Well, we gotta do the bottom.
Oh yeah. I'll just stand and hold it while you get it up in place, and then you mud it in, or you can stand and hold it while I mud it in. I don't really care. You gotta have a trowel and you gotta be ready. Huh?
I don't know what you mean.
Right here, a little strip without screening. That's what I mean.
Fifth 15 minutes later. This stuff is a little strange because it's like mortar, but yet it's way lighter than mortar. I kind of like it. I think it's working out pretty decent.
When you do one nail, that works. The bottom curve is out.
Here we're putting felt paper 2 layers over the OSB, and then we'll put metal lath on it. We didn't have to do that on the ICF insulated concrete forms, but we did have to do it any place that's going against wood. You can see the lath right here. Comes in 2x8 sheets. It's kind of expensive. It's about $20 a sheet at Lowe's. This lath is something you would normally put underneath tile or stone if you're putting it on the floor or something.
The other one.
Shuts off right about 2 minutes. Here comes Jesse, our son. He's got the telehandler. It helps us greatly to get the peaks. He's stuck on his house at the same time, so he was bouncing back and forth between letting us use it and him using it. Very helpful to have that. Mrs. W is a painter. and a taper by trade. So this is kind of natural for her. It's almost like plastering, which you don't do much anymore, but you do skim coat walls and stuff, which is similar. I also can do those things, but she has a little finer touch than I do. More attention to detail, I guess you'd say.
Oh. Yep. That's what.
I don't know if you saw it, but what happened is that my whole tray full of mud fell. It landed upright.
Here comes our borrowed machine. Yay! Thank you, Jesse.
What a wonderful machine they are. This is the finish coat. This is the color we went with, although it lightened up considerably. I wanted a really smooth look on this stucco. A lot of people, maybe most people, put a texture to it. But I like it as smooth as I can get it. So it takes extra work, but that's what we want. So pretty much what happened was I would apply it to the wall and smooth it out reasonable. And then Mrs. W would come behind me and really smooth it out the best. Let me know in the comments whether you guys like the textured look on stucco or smooth like we're doing. Smooth is a relative term. It's never really smooth, but we try to get as smooth as we can.
Big one.
Some people use a real textured look. So let me know in the comments which you guys prefer. Mrs. W played all the music. She was just fooling around. We recorded it. You notice Mrs. W sprayed water on that. You're supposed to wet the surface before you apply the coat. So that's what that's about. And when she's finishing it, where she joins a patch that's already there, she'll spray that a little bit extra because it allows her to taper that into each other.
I guess I can. Huh?
It's a little runny. Here she's rounding the stucco into the window. It's not a square, sharp point. It's rounded into it. It's just a preference. She did the same thing on the outside corner. As you can see, we're doing the final coat in gray. And what I've done is I've taken cement color. This is charcoal. And you mix it in with the water. And what I did is I put a piece of tape on this cup. And I'm putting about that much in the bottom of this cup. And that will do a whole bag. Now this gray, keep in mind if you do this, this is going to lighten up considerably when it's fully dried. It'll lighten up for another 3 or 4 days. But it's important that you get the same amount in each batch. Otherwise you'll get a blotchy look. So what I did is I just took it and put it in a 5-gallon bucket. And now that's the water I'll use to mix up that next batch. And hopefully it'll all come out pretty even.
Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does like him. For the Father loves the Son and shows him all the things that he himself has done, and he will show him greater works than these, that you may be amazed. The Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does like him. For the Father raises up the dead and gives them life, so the Son gives life to whom he will. For the Father will judge no one, but has given all judgment to the Son. The Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does like him. All judgment is the Son's, so we may honor him as we honor the Father. He who does not honor the Son gives no honor to the Father who sent him. The Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does like him. I say, he who hears my word and believes in him who sent me has everlasting life, and shall not come into judgment, but has passed from death into life. The Son can do nothing of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does like him.
Along them doors, there's places where you can see the door, the wood on the door sticks out a little bit from the wall. And so I feathered them in. This stuff you can put on up to 1 inch thick. None of it was that thick, but it was, those places it was probably close to 1/2 inch.
just the inspector. He says, all right, it's done. It's inspected.
Mrs. W can't give up her paintbrush. And that's how she cleans the edges. Just like she's cutting in paint. Cleans them right up. They look nice.
Fix that ladder. I didn't fix it.
Okay, we just finished up the last of the 3 walls. We're not doing under the porch right now because that's protected. The main thing we wanted to do was get these ICF forms covered because they degrade out in the sun. So we've accomplished that. We got a bunch of wood on the porch right now. It's getting pretty cold. So we're about done, unless we get a warm spell later on, which we might. But you can see there's varying degrees of dry. It takes several days for this to dry to the point where the color is what it is. And so we had to finish up this corner, and we had to do that corner over there. But I like it. I think the material that we used worked out pretty good. I would recommend it. It's not cheap, but it's pretty good stuff. So I'm going to end this video now, and I'll see you on the next one. The next one will probably be the flooring in the main room. I got wide board pine for that, which I still have to straighten and groove and all that kind of stuff before I can lay it down. I'll probably do a course at a time, because I want to get as much out of each piece of wood as I can. I like the wide board. So I'll see you on that one. Thanks for watching.